going to be zero interest on that loan. And better yet, if the bank defaults in the process of me paying my loan, I do not have to pay the loan back. I'll just pocket the money. Now flip that narrative over to our situation. The people that have paid with their blood and sweat and money and hard-earned money to brokers to purchase these shares, if my narrative is to be true or to be correct, excuse me, then these people have been buying shares, and obviously whether being shelved or not delivered against the value or the market cap of the company or the stock. And this does not only apply to AMC. This applies to all the meme stocks. These are all traps that were laid around through it. And in all these traps, you got people who left their money in. The broker knows, again, flip that narrative that I just explained. The example that I just gave you with the bank. The broker, without telling you basically, said, okay, come on in, here's your shares, give us the money. People thinking that they're going to squeeze, whether in a month or 2 years or in a year. The bank and the broker knows already that out of that 100% of the people that invest, at least 10 or 20% will falter along the lines. And people have. I remember back in last year, when people were margined. People, okay, each single one of you out there can say, oh yeah, that was their fault. They stayed with the payment for order flow app, or because TD Ameritrade apparently, or Fidelity, or the other brokers were any better. And many have gotten margined also because of they were over leveraged. Even if they had cash apps, oh yeah, it's their fault. They had a margin account. They didn't have a cash app. Many people thinking that turning off your lending, your shares thing means it's not being lent. How do you know? How do I know? I can't say they are taking them, but how do we know that they're not? How do you know? How can you verify 100,000% that they're not? You just have to go with their word of mouth. One thing I do know is that these people out there that we entrust in their word of mouth with have done far worse for much less. I'll leave that to you. But they know that you just default, like all these people that have that defaulted in the process, in the pursuit of doing so. Where did their money go? Where did their money go? Of course, the person that they paid it to pocketed it. Because eventually, when they got completely liquidated by their broker, the profits were split amongst the 40 thieves that took the money. They keep that money. Again, go back to that same example. The bank, you go to the bank. If you were the controlling entity, what is being done, or what has been the plot, is you go to the bank, you get a loan. The terms of the loan is that there's zero interest, because are they paying any interest on basically you buying shares from them? None. Neither that they should. However, but in a perfect world, that would be the case, but it's not. You pay the money. You get the money as the loan from the bank. The bank says, okay, what are the terms? You say there's none, zero interest. And if the bank itself defaults, the lender defaults, then the bank, you, or I, the person who took the loan, will no longer have to pay any of that back. That's the way that they're doing it. Now flip that narrative onto you. If you were to go take a loan from a bank or a financial entity, and that same entity was the default, first of all, you're going to be paying interest. That's first. There's no such thing as zero interest. 2, if they were to default, some other entity will buy them out, and you will still be obligated to continue making your payments. You see why it's very lucrative for brokers and for them to do what they did, to lay out this thing and make this thing work out, let it rip once, let a few people eat and guide the rest in, kind of like bringing in the herd. Let the leaders of the herd, or the far few, eat and go and publicize it to their own community, and let them floodgate the herds over in the pursuit of having the same thing that these few people had. Similarly, from the January run up 2021, June run up 2021 for AMC, many meme stocks, because these were all laid out traps. People buying, giving all their money to hold on to something, while these brokers are taking your money. That's what they do. They take your money so they can reinvest it themselves. They make day trades. The biggest day traders on the planet, or in the entire economy, or the financial system, are the brokers. They are. That's why I always tell you, they are our only link between us and that other side. And the brokers are protected. Robinhood did, you all know the story. Robinhood did despicable, crimes that crime that Robinhood did, the first one, besides all the other brokers. Go name one broker that have not been penalized for stupid breadcrumbs compared to what they have been stealing. Name me one broker. That's a challenge to anybody out there. Name me one broker that did not get, at least, or is not caught up in any fraudulent activity. That's the system. That's how it is. It's all fraudulent. These people, they know they take that money, they flip it, and everybody divides it, and they're all protected. Robinhood did what they did. He said he's sorry. They paid a few $1 million here and there as fines, compared to the billions of dollars that were lost and stolen. And who benefited? Did anybody out there get any money from Robinhood settlements or whatever? Did you get your money back that you lost in that? No. Flip the scenario. Flip the case. Let's say we were, as the people, were to do something, or AB, I don't want to say we so that it doesn't sound like AB is trying to entice people to go and do something against the homeland security or whatever. No. Let's say AB goes ahead and takes out, opens up some sort of brokerage, and then they all start depositing. And the next thing you know, something starts ripping. I go ahead and boom, take out the button. What do you think will happen to AB? Do you think he will stand in front of a Congress, and then just like his punishment is just going to be being berated by a couple of angry senators? Shame on you. You did this. You're to be ashamed of yourself. You blah, 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 blah. If every thief only had to worry about being shamed publicly and berated publicly, then the whole world will be filled with thieves. But when it comes to AB, his punishment is not that. He doesn't get shamed. No, he gets put down. He gets taken into prison. You never see the day of light. Ultimately, this needs more and more. This just gets deeper and deeper. I'm just giving you guys, like, with all this, literally with these two, I might split this video into two. And if you're watching this, you're probably seeing 2 or 3 versions, like 1, 2, and 3, because it's just long, but it needs longer too, deeper. It needs so much. This is so deep, you guys. In my humble opinion. And once you see all that, by the end, when this thing comes to an end, and this is why I've said a comment on my community page, I said, your offer is coming soon, brothers and sisters. Your offer is coming soon. It may not be what you want or what you want to get or anticipate, but they will put you in a position to go ahead and choose your fate rather than you just waiting for your destiny. And what do I mean by that for some people who, so just so nobody would misunderstand me or think some far away from the apple falling from the tree. I mean, as in, your destiny is the mother of all short squeezes. Your fate is what you choose. So they, I totally so totally believe that they will eventually soon put you in a position to where you have to choose. Do you want to wait for your destiny, or do you want to choose your fate? And it's again, when they put you in that offer zone, you're going to be thinking very wisely, because again, you've been put through 3 almost full years of down, so much fear, animosity, craziness. I know a lot of people are gonna be always, thinking like, if you made it thus far, you know that you're like, we all know that most of the community, over 95% of the community, is in the red in their positions, and that's to their point. That's what the other side, it articulates to their point, and eventually pushing all these meme stocks toward reverse stock split positions. Look at them; they all are doing it. They're all gonna do it. GameStop did a stock split, not a reverse stock split. Well, at least that's a little bit better when they were at a much higher valuation. It was a smart move by their board, by the way, because eventually, and mark my words, fact check me when that happens, they will do a reverse stock split. But why not split the stock, have people buy it, I guess, at a higher valuation, only to reverse stock split it later, so that the evaluations just about almost stay the same. 4-to-1 stock split. People got 4 shares instead of just having 1. And as the value loses its cost, which is what Amazon did, Tesla did, many of these companies did, then eventually a reverse stock split would eventually happen because of the capitulation, or the the craziness of what 2023 is going to bring on the entire market. You will see many companies, and if you think I'm joking by even thinking that companies like even Apple or Tesla or them would not do a reverse stock split, fact check me when it happens. And that's why they completely went, and oh my god, I'll finish this on this next one.